We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right to the air goes Nix. That's to the former Lion, Josh Reynolds. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
The rookie from Oregon on target with that one and leads to a 1st down.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Let's go now.
Again, it's Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 2.
Here we go, set.
To throw is Nix. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But you look at this Bronco defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Throwing is Wilson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Williams running left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. On play action, here's Nix. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. In motion right goes Sutton. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. A little juke. The Broncos at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw, here's Nix. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
In motion, the tight end. Throwing, Nix. He completes this to Sutton. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, Nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Let's go now.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Nix. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're going. It's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They run again with Harris, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Now Wilson. Setting up the screen, Harris. Able to slither by. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When I see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset, this is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wilson. That's swung out wide to Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's Wilson. Austin brings in the quick throw. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Good job right there. Good job right there. Good.
Harris is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Boswell's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A final shot before break. Nix. And that is incomplete here. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. There he goes, right side. Najee Harris. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Short throw caught by Dulcich. First target, first catch, and a first down. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now it's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Nix to the air. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Nix. Flush to his right. That is caught. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. From 13 yards out. And the Broncos are back within a score. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. Boston, the man in motion left. Wilson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tagged on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Let's go.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. Sliding out of the pocket. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
What? Hey, alert.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the defense loses it. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 69 yards. And the Steelers have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And it's taken in at the 9. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
They go play action with Wilson. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Working out of the gun is Nix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Nix looking to throw again. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
To throw is Nix. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Josh Reynolds, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Completes it to Austin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. George Pickens, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And Najee going to have a Steelers first down as he's down at the 17-yard line. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now here's another carry for Harris. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Fighting to stay upright. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Steelers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.